And what magic do you do, by the way, that they're able to crack those interviews beautifully and they're able to get their salary hikes, maybe ranging from 70% to 300%? How does that happen?
Throughout my HR journey, I have conducted thousands of interviews, and that's my passion. It lies in making a substantial impact by assisting them in standing out during their interviews. So, when you here, consider I'm an interviewer and you are the interviewee.
Sure.
Let's begin with the exercise. Yeah.
In an environment where there is, let's say, an industry expert, a person who is a veteran in HR industry, she will actually show you why and how you should get what you deserve, and has shortlisted and interviewed thousands of working professionals. And the person she used to pick up and give a tick mark is the person who is clear on differentiator and is a good storyteller. Deadly combination. Would you like to meet someone who is helping many people think deep and transform their life by helping them master interview process and salary negotiation? She is none other than Eram Zehra, human resources expert, known for her interview preparation and salary negotiation skills. Eram, welcome.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. And thank you, Vishal, for the wonderful introduction. I really appreciate it.
You are a brand. I am just telling that who is the brand now coming, and I'm explaining that. That's something which I would love to do always. And I know that, Eram has been a kind of a person who has added almost, if not more, Eram, now, can we have that number kind of, how many people have already got that breakthrough by learning from you, by
more than 100, I guess, Vishal. Around that.
And what magic do you do, by the way, that they're able to crack those interviews beautifully and they're able to get their salary hikes, maybe ranging from 70% to 300%? How does that happen?
So, Vishal, with over 12 years of experience in the human resource domain, throughout my HR journey, I have conducted thousands of interviews. And that's my passion. It lies in making a substantial impact on individuals' professional lives by assisting them in standing out during their interviews. And I'm grateful and equally take pride in the positive impact I have made by helping people secure their dream jobs and attain the salaries which they deserve. It motivates me, and believe me, when people come and tell me that, Eram, thank you because of this, after 10 years, after 15 years, after I don't know how many years, we were able to confidently attend the interview, confidently crack the interviews. Believe you me, that gives me the energy. Thank you, Vishal, for this opportunity. I'm grateful.
And Eram, let's go back just about 2 years back when you met me for the first time.
Yes.
What was happening at that time in your life? Were you clear about your differentiator?
Not at all. Not at all. As we all know, HR is a very diverse domain. It includes a lot of things in that, be it a payroll processing, compensation, recruitment, interviews, many things, many things. And with each day passing, we are seeing new trend adding HRBPs and now AI angle, technology, right? And thanks to you that because of the strength you have given, because of all these learnings, I was able to know my strength. It lies in the interview master. It lies in helping people make difference, positive difference, and impact their professional lives.
And Iram, one is that, of course, I know that you already had that expertise. I was just there to show you that direction, that path. But then what keeps you going? What keeps you transforming so many lives? What keeps you, you go and, talk to people quite frequently and, I have kind of seen in one day you training more than 20, 30 people, 40 people. And, what kind of, motivates you and what keeps you going there, that, this is what I need to trigger and this is what I need to always do. It's been like 2 years, you might be feeling that it's kind of now enough. अभी हो गया, अभी और कितना करूंगी मैं ये?
No, no, no. Never. And I wish that day never come in my life. And what motivates me is when I see the transformation in people, when I see people getting the results. That is the sole source of motivation, the value addition that we are able to make as a team.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, actually, it's, we have one mantra here is that, contribute, and contribute. Always, we speak to contribute, not to impress. And the way people are commenting here, how calm and composed you are, how you're talking, how you're speaking, is actually simply because she's speaking to contribute. She's not speaking to impress. The most of the people do this mistake. They speak to impress. But when you speak to contribute, you will speak less, you will speak limited, but you will add a lot of value. Yeah. And Iram, one last question and then over to you.
Yes.
How about storytelling in interviews? What role does that play?
It has a very big impact, very big impact. The way you convey, see, it is always not about what you say. What you say is equally important as what you say, how you say it. How you say is equally important, right? How you articulate things, it plays a very important role. Very important role.
Yeah. So, Iram, over to you now. I would want you to show people the practical example where this is getting implemented, and we're going to do a role play here where Iram is going to bring someone on screen, which Iram will only introduce. And then we see how this person lands a dream job. Yeah. Is that good, Iram?
Great.
Over to you.
Thank you, Vishal. Thank you. So talking about the interviews, okay, tell me, what does an interviewer wants to know? Just a word or a sentence in the chat box. What does an interviewer wants to know about yourself, experience, potential skills, usefulness, role fit, character? All right, all right. The chat box is pouring in. So now, interviewer wants to know, wants to ensure whether you are the right fit for the job. Agreed? And every question, however it is disguised, in whatever, however it is framed, it is framed to ensure your fitness, your role fit, whether you are the right fit for the job. All right. Your qualifications and certifications might get you an interview, but it has nothing to do with getting the job, period. And what helps you get the job? Your ability to effectively articulate it, as Vishal mentioned, the role of storytelling. How well you are able to articulate your qualification, your value addition, or your contributions, right? So do you know how to prepare for any type of job interview? Do you know the most common communication pitfall which occur during a job interview? Have you developed a list of questions to ask employers during the interview? Have you mapped those questions to your happiness or needs criteria to ensure you can evaluate whether the job opportunity is in alignment with what makes you happy, right? So you are not just evaluating whether a company is a good one, but whether the company is a good one for you. Yeah. And out of on a scale of 1 to 10, if you have to rate yourself on, do you know the most important elements and tactics when negotiating your salary and overall compensation, what would you rate? Mamata says 2. Sumit says 1. 4, 2, 5, 1, 2. I can't see even a single digit above 5. So, all right. As you know, this program is where we don't just talk the talk, but we walk the walk. So let me take you through an interesting exercise of a mock interview. How many of you are excited about this exercise? Yes? Me, please. Yes. Yeah? Yes? All right. So let me call one of our mentees, who was one of the previous mentees, Mr. Venugopal. Team, can we have Venugopal on the screen?
Hello, hi Ram, good evening.
Hey, hello, good evening. Good
Good
evening,
evening.
Venu. So let me introduce Venu to you. All right. I am really happy to introduce him, who is one of the mentees, who was sitting in the same place where you all are now, months back, from our previous batch, one of the previous batch. He carries almost 2 decades of experience. He has struggled hard to find mentors who can guide him to unlock his potential. After a long search, he has landed in Vishal Schools of Grooming. With all the learnings, the way he got transformed is inspirational. He has not only transformed himself professionally and personally, but also helping many others in this journey. And we are proud of him. Let's give a big hand to Mr. Venugopal.
Thank you, Ram. Thank you so much for the introduction. Yeah.
So, Venu, here, consider I'm an interviewer and you are the interviewee. Let's
Sure. Yeah.
begin with the exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Venu, good to have you here. Can you tell me about yourself?
Sure, yeah. Firstly, thank you very much for taking your time and conducting this interview. I am glad to meet you today. Yeah, so myself, I'm Venugopal, and I come with almost around 18 years of experience. And I'm a Six Sigma Master Black Belt. I'm also a design thinking expert. I specialize in risk analysis, root cause analysis, solution identification, and solution management. With my years of experience, I've done various projects involving the quality and productivity improvement. And in my experience, I've focused on improving the projects in terms of the client query reduction about 50%. And I've also focused on improving the sales by 90% in my previous organization. I've also worked towards coming up with a unique mentoring model where black belts can mentor green belts and green belts to white belts and also white belts to Kaizen. So this initiative entirely, which brought around 237 ideas to the department. Yeah. And in my present company, I'm working as a client transformation specialist, and I'm working towards various business transformations. So I'm looking forward for the opportunity to add more value when the job is offered to me. That's
Awesome.
about it.
Awesome. Thank you, Venu. Um, so when you're having said 90% achievement and, why not you tell me about your biggest achievement?
Yeah, sure, yeah. So one of the biggest achievement in my career, I can tell, is one of the project which I did for the productivity improvement. Okay,
Wow.
where the time spent for particular process was around 81 minutes, and this was a concern which the department raised, and also we got various client queries for this one, the escalations in that. So that is when we wanted to focus something to do about it, and I initiated a black belt project there to focus and improve the reduction to the time from 81 minutes to the nominal which can be done. Then I worked upon, arrived on the SMART goals, and then with all the risk analysis, root cause analysis, with all the specialists and the business analysts involved here, then focused and with a lot of work towards it. After 4 months, we brought that from 81 minutes to the 11 minutes completely. And I worked and coordinated with all of the team and ensured all solutions are implemented perfectly and the solution is managed correctly. And then even after the solutions implemented, I worked towards having the control plans to sustain it.
Wow.
So now it was 81 minutes to 11 minutes completely. And even that 11 minutes was just the manual work and nothing, any automation. I mean, not a manual work. It's completely automated work to be done there. And see, this reward really got me a lot of appreciation. And then my other department managers also appreciated. I got a spot award for that. And also I presented my project in the various forums. And one of the external forums was Indian Statistical Institute, and I got a second place for that. So
Amazing.
I feel this is one of the achievement of my career, and I would always want to recall myself as that implementing manager there.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Right.
Good to hear that, Venu. Okay, so can you talk about your key strengths?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. So as I mentioned, I have a background of the Six Sigma and Master Black Belt and design thinking. So my key strength is that like conducting workshops and also training, of course. When I specifically tell about one of my key strengths is that workshops only, because I need to mold the audience based upon the topic. I need to go to the workshop where I need to focus on the risk analysis, sometimes on the root cause analysis, sometimes on the solution management. So my key challenge is that when I go to the root cause analysis, audience start giving solutions there. So I need to tell them that to wait there and give causes only. And when I go to risk analysis, they need to tell only the problems, what all bad thing may happen and rate it, not causes or not solutions. So with my years of experience, I've conducted various workshops and I've become really, I would really want to call myself as progressionist here, of course, as I've been learning here. And with this kind of a key skill, I've been also referred by other managers from other departments saying that, Venu, can you please conduct similar session for us? And this is something which I call myself high regard, and I call this is one of my key strength.
Wow, 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 wow. Super, super.
Thank you. Yeah.
Vinny, do you have any weaknesses?
Yes, Hiram. Yes.
Would you like to talk about that?
Sure, Hiram, sure. Because thank you so much for asking this question because this is one of the key thing which I would always feel that I don't have much weakness or I don't have something which I need to work upon. But some months back, something happened. Like my 10 years old daughter came to me and just told me that, Dad, whatever you told me, I didn't understand that. It was a moment of realization for me because I explained the concept to her. She's a sixth standard, so I explained the concept to her, whatever she had to learn, the maths, and she said she's not able to understand. Then I asked her why was that. I explained. She said you are speaking very fast. So
Okay.
I felt that was a real realization, Ram, because this is one of the feedback I've been getting from long time, but I didn't really give attention. So, but this time I felt no, I need to work upon that because if my 10 years old daughter is not understanding what I'm speaking, how about my clients and my stakeholders?
Super.
Right.
Right.
So I started working. I started reading books. I started listening, understanding how to improve my speaking skills. No, what I did is specifically in my room, I started recording my videos and listening to those videos and working upon that. And then so I was speaking in front of my mirror. And with all the practice, I recently got an opportunity in office to host one of the big meeting. So I felt it's opportunity, and at the same time, I asked one of my friend who's like a critic. I said, "Please watch me and provide the feedback at the end." So I did it. I did very slowly. With all the practice, it came at the right time. And after the meeting session, I asked my colleague how it went on. He said, "Venu, you're usually fast, and this time you were very slow, and something different you have done, and I'm amazing." So I feel this is how I'm converting. And also to add, Iram, I recently have joined Toastmasters from the Vishal School of Grooming, and I've been nominated as a surgeon at arms. So what does it mean is that I'll get the opportunity to host each and every event in all this Toastmaster session. So this is something has given me so much of confidence, practice, and with all these things, I feel I am really overcoming a lot because this is not from the last year. I've been getting this feedback from long time, but I realized and started working on it, and I'm really working hard towards that. Yeah, so this is how I converted my weakness of speaking fast to speaking slow and confidently with all these measures.
Good to hear that, Venu, that you're working on that. Good to hear that.
Thanks, Eden. Yeah.
All right. So, can you please tell me that what interests you in our organization? Why do you want to join this organization?
Yes, Hiram. So the moment I got the call from your talent team, I was really interested to know about the company and I was curious about that. So I did my research. I saw that some of the forums where the company is speaking and some of the newsletters. So one of the key value which you're speaking is that everywhere is that we need to be passionate about customer success. Okay. So with my years of work experience, I've developed my own framework called LEAP. L stands for learning and understanding clients' requirements, and E stands for evaluating the client's requirement, and A stands for achieving the results, and P stands for progressing with the continuously improving that. So with this in mind, I always focus or keep this framework to myself whenever I take any projects. So I feel ultimately I need to contribute to the client success, and I'm passionate about it. So as soon as I saw this kind of value in your website and the various forums, I felt I really got connected with that. So I felt with this kind of the initiative or with the kind of passion what I have, I feel I can contribute more to the company and I can add more value to your success, your value when the job is offered to me. So that is the reason I feel that I feel that I need to join your company, Ram.
Super, super, super. So, Mr. Venu, as you might have gone through the job description and the role, which has been already
Yeah.
explained,
Yeah.
and as you know, this work involves a lot of discussion with higher management, big targets,
Yeah.
meeting clients, etc.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how will you ensure you are motivated enough for this challenging role?
Yeah. 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 Thanks for the question, Iram. Actually, yeah, one line answer for the motivation is that I have started reading more and more books. And let me want to tell you that what really makes me to read books is that, see, I was also in a place where I was not able to plan my work or plan my timings. So I recently attended one of the workshop where my one of the coach whom I met, my discipline coach, who helped me to with the time sheets, timetable completely with the, from morning to night, 24 hours. So with that, I allocated my work, my time, disciplined manner. I started using it and I felt there was some magic in it. And because I was able to get more time, at the same time, with another workshop, I got some another rhythm calendar, or I can say rhythm calculator, and I call that as a file where I log all the significant action for the day. So one significant action for the health, for my spouse, kids, and also to reading and my technical expertise, all those things. So when I divide my work and starting using this calendar and this timetable, I felt at the end of the day, I started having more and more time. So with
Wow.
that, I started reading more and more books, and I started getting more and more motivated. So I
Hmm.
feel this is something which I've recognized myself that we can manage time with the proper timetable, and also when we exclusive every day spend proper time and give energetic focus there. And then at the end of the day, even after reading, I felt I was having more time. So these things in a disciplined and organized manner has really given me motivation and to do take up more and more work which comes in my way. So this way, I feel when I divide my work, I feel I can concentrate, and it might be interaction with senior manager, or it might be partners, or it might be any professionals. I'm able to handle it already in my current job. So I think with this kind of organized approach, I can handle in any of the new job is offered to me also, Iram.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. That calculator thing
Yeah.
sounds interesting. Yes.
Thank
All
you. Yeah.
right. So, good to have shared the screen with you, Venu. Tell
Yeah.
me that what do you expect? What is your salary expectation?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, Iram. I think since this is the very first catch up, we both are speaking for the first round, I would really want to know more about the role, and then we can discuss on one number so that it will
Okay.
be convincing for both of us.
Mhm. All right. Okay. But still, if I ask you, give me a number.
Mhm.
What is your expected salary?
Okay, so for now, I think I would really want to go with the industry best norms, the best package here.
Mhm.
So I think whatever the best you feel, that's which I would like to go for it, Iram.
Okay. 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 Okay, Mr. Venu. Good to have this discussion. Our team will surely get back to you. So before we close, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, Iram. I had a question here. So I need to understand what is that one thing you want me to take it up, which can make your life easier when the job is offered to me, the company.
Certainly, certainly. That's a great question, Venu. We have an upcoming project where your expertise could be valuable.
Okay.
So certainly our team will reach out to you at the
Yeah.
appropriate time for further details.
Yeah. Sure, Iram. I'll be glad to offer my value there. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Venu. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time and interview. I look forward for the listening from you. Yeah. Thank you.
How was it? Any learnings? Awesome. Great decision. Someone is asking, Giram, do you have any YouTube channel? No, I don't have any YouTube channel. All right. Great. Thank you.
I just want to add one point to all of you here. So I know all of you been there from morning, and a lot of people want to meet from our team. But one thing I would like to add, you tell you that there's some lot of things you'll be learning from this entire course. So what Vishal was also telling in the morning that a lot of people you'll be meeting. But one thing really makes me special about this program is the grooming guides. You'll get a lot of guides where every question which Vishal has framed to understand there's a reason and purpose behind each and every question. And if we give our time and complete focus on that, we can really unlock a potential with a lot of answers what we give them. And we have a lot of mentors who can help us here and go to the places whatever we want. And it's all sky's the limit for us here, right? So please, yeah, I think look forward for all the notification from the courses and enjoy your sessions 3 days. Yeah. Thanks, Ira. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you, Venu. Thank you so much.
Right.
People, any questions before we say goodbye for now? Excellent. Thank you. See, there are a few things if you have observed. There is, if time permits, I think we can connect again. Otherwise, um, when I asked about, tell me about yourself, right? If you have noticed, wherein he spoke about his unique selling points, he spoke about his achievement. He tried to bring in the numbers. How many of you have observed, right? He quoted 271, 90%, 11 days. Yeah. So whenever you try to answer this, try to bring in the numbers. All right. And the unique selling points, the skills that are mandatory, that are the requisite of the role broadly. Yeah. So note down the skills which is mandatory to excel in the role. Then talk about that as much as you can in the interview, throughout the interview, right? And do not give the number. If you have observed, when I was asking him the salary expectation, he was trying to avoid that question with various ways, which you have already witnessed. So giving that number, kind of weakens your case, kind of put you in a, in on an, you are likely to get the lower side of the budget. So try not to give the number as much as you can negotiate and try to avoid. All right. So people, it's a very good exercise, and I hope other than this also you might have observed many other things. I would like to call Vishal back and hand over you all to him.
Okay. Thank you
Over
so
to you, Vishal.
much for this wonderful show once more. I am literally mind blown myself. Whenever I see Iram, you, and now Venugopal also contributing, I feel I need to learn so many new things now. The system I was going through at that time and the system which is right now is again evolved. Yeah, Iram, do you agree?
Yes, 100%, sir. 100%. So this is one thing I have to vouch for Vishal. He never let us settle at a place. You are under an assumption that yes, we have learned so much, and let's relax, and he will give you another challenge. And I love this about this program. Thank you, Vishal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Venu, as well. I loved your calmness again. Energy was infectious, and the answers you gave, mind blown.
Thank you. Thank you.